Hello. Hi, how are you? I am good. And I thought step by step, it's been, I think, approx 5 year I'm working and I'm doing multiple things in terms of job, in terms of learning, in terms of gaining experience. Sharing few things step by step will be helpful for me also because definitely in this entire journey, the one person who really wants to improve is me. So taking one step ahead to just bring out the better version of Shagun and trying to be more expressive and trying to think that what can happen and how I can process and how I can improve myself much better. Uh, I think in 2022, it's been 4 years. 4 years back, I got this feedback that you're not being authentic to be yourself. So the movement true Shagun will come out from inside. That way you'll conquer the world. So I was trying to get true Shagun out and trying to understand that how I can bring myself out. But it was kind of little difficult here and there. So I thought, okay, uh, why not I'll start talking to myself and trying to understand that, okay, fine. On camera, how am I looking? And what is my vocal, how I'm expressing? Because when in meetings, when in multiple places, when I sit, I am actually not able to understand uh, what would be my expression, how people would react to it. That is the major thing. So I thought, okay, fine. I'll first understand this and then because recently what happened, my camera time is uh, little low, means it got little low. So usually I was working remote, so I used to face camera a lot. And recently what happened, I'm not facing a camera, I'm facing the real people. So that is another learning which I'm having, another experience which I'm having where I am facing real people, I'm having real experiences, and I'm sitting in a meeting and how I'm expressing myself, how I'm presenting myself, that is the major thing. So I thought, okay, let's take step by step approach. And what we will do, we'll just try to share experiences, learnings, and all. So I'll tell why I came today and what I was thinking that, okay, fine, this is something which I'm feeling from so long and I have to share this. Um, so it's basically what happened. Uh, we all in last 2, 3 months, in not 2, 3 months, it's been approx 4, 5 months, we are seeing the innovations when it comes to AI. There is lots of AI is being introduced to us. Claude is definitely, and it has a co-work, it has plugins, it has plugins in different departments, and multiple things are being introduced to us. Now the question is, when multiple things are being introduced to us, and we started working on it. So I'll tell you what impact that it has on me and what is different thing that I got and what is the experiences which I'm getting when I'm working with this AI as a tool. Or I would say not a tool, it's an assistant for anyone. So unlike technology, unlike coding, I mean, definitely it is booming up in writing code, building applications, solving lots of problems. But I work as a knowledge worker in an organization in my client ecosystem. And what is happening when I started working on this AI and started working on the tool, what happened? I have lots and lots of ideas in my mind, and when those ideas were basically uh, getting into that space of uh, work prior, means it was basically I have idea A and I have to think about it, brainstorm around it, and then document something. So it was taking approx 5 to 10 days, more than not more than 5 days. It's basically 2 to 3 days to understand, to brainstorm, to plan, to do all these things. And for that, definitely, if I am being from a data background, so I'll definitely be thinking about data. If I have to present this idea, what is the information that I have? Can I present something as a prototype or something as an MVP or some design or some system so that it can be understood by the people in the right way? All these things I was thinking, that how do I want to present that particular process, system, and idea in a right way. What happened recently is, due to introduction of Claude, lots of technical work and lots of things got uplifted, as in multiple work which I used to do in, let's say, a 5 hours or 6 hours, that is being done in 2 to 3 hours. Let's say I have to build a report or generate a report. Now, that report can be generated based on the data, based on the parameters, in just 5 minutes. And that is something I'm like, okay, fine, that report is generated in 5 minutes. Now, again, your brain has to work continuously. Imagine the work which was taking 5 hours for a human to do. Now, an AI is doing, uh, I don't know how much X faster, but that work is being done in 5 minutes. Now, the question is, the mind or the brain of the human has to work rapidly in terms of understanding that what that report comes out and how that person has to present. Because I am the AI native person. The person who is going to see those reports, that person is not the AI native person. I have to understand and present the report. That is one problem. Another thing which I'm facing right now is, let's say I'm working on a multiple projects at one time. So let's say I'm working on project A and I'm working on project B and I'm working on project C. So and it's like AI has an assistant to me that, okay, fine, I have some ideas in my mind and I want to generate a report. I want to analyze the data, generate a report, and based on that report, I want to present a process. Now, if I have to present a process or do whatever things, my assistant A went and I told my assistant A that, hey, this is something, one project that I'm working on. Go do task A. Okay, that assistant got into work. This is basically 10 minutes of prompting, and assistant got into work. It will take some 30-minute time or 10-minute, 15-minute time to work on it. Meanwhile, what I will do, I'll think about task B. Okay, fine. I'm working on this another problem statement. Let me resolve that. I will be working on problem C. That, okay, fine. I'm working on problem C also. Let me resolve that. In this process, what is happening? The work which used to take approx, let's say, uh, 1 month, that work is getting done in what? 2 days, 3 days? And brain has to work with that speed. Tuck, 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 tuck. That is where mental fatigue is coming. That my brain is like, oh my God, one, two, three, four, five, six projects at a time. Solution is in front of you. You have to read that solution, absorb that solution, understand it, and it is not just giving you solution, this can happen, that can happen. It is giving you results also, that, hey, you want to build this report, take this report. Do you want this data? Take this data, build the report. Now, in this, the human brain is getting diluted, and that's where this headache or uh, person has to work with the speed of AI. Now, another thing, recently I posted on my LinkedIn also that are we going into that era where Iron Man is there? And I, because I was a huge fan of Iron Man, I was like, I do not like his suit where he used to have this fly and all. It's basically see, that his screen is amazing. He has this big screen, and he's like, wow. Means he's seen from his eyes. He means his specs and his screens have entire world around him, and the era is moving towards that. We have everything in our hand. Most of the time I'm talking to GPT, I'm brainstorming with that guy, I'm trying to understand what is right, what is wrong. And when I have to do work, I'm taking help of AI assistant to perform certain tasks. But there are two things which is very important for us to understand. Is it the problem that we are being an AI native person, or it is a pro that we are going in that era, or we are going where AI is our assistant? I recently see two or three different problems, or I would not say problems or concern. It's basically the change in my environment, how it happened when the AI came into picture and how it was being perceived. There were a few projects which I was working on, and it was going, and the plan was being built based on the experiences and based on uh, references, because it's basically when you are also in a learning phase and I am all still in a learning phase. If I'm working on, let's say, project A, and I build some processes in project A, I would try to correlate that, okay, what is that process, and based on that process I will try to bring or build another process also in the same thing in another project. Now, what I see the organizations are thinking, you did process A, you build process B, which is similar to process A, but it seems like this particular process is not right. So instead of depending on human, the organizations are thinking, hey, I have this AI, I'll brainstorm with an AI, it will give me right solutions in terms of how this process can be implemented in a different way. So I'm just not sure about it, how this is giving different organizations a perspective in terms of how process B can be related. One second. Did I confused? Forget about you. I confused myself what I was trying to convey. Again, let's start. There was a process A. Process A was being done by a person. Now, the similar kind of problem occurred, and that is for that there is a process B which has to be generated, and that process A is basically replica. Process B is replica of process A. So in that case, what is happening? Organization is thinking, okay, fine, process B was developed, but it seems like this situation is not right. In this situation, this process B is not working. I would want to generate that particular process with AI, because AI has context of thousands and thousands of processes. Now, the person who has the reference and context from the process A to B, that entire history is getting lost. That is something which is very important for us to understand. Maybe I am little overthinking in terms of this, and I do not want to convey that what exactly I'm trying to present, because definitely it will be uh, means I I just wanted to share what is happening because then it will be more. Uh, when I'm working on different projects, I do not want to mention those projects. That's the major thing. But I think uh, from this discussion, the few things which I think the questions before having anything, it's just the questions which came is AI is elevating ourselves. That is very good. Clapping for that. But as a human being, if we are working, how are we elevating ourselves and empowering ourselves so that we can make use of our brain with the fast paced speed that how AI is working? Because recently, in last 2 3 days, when I had this excess use of AI, I felt like my brain is stopped working because I started thinking very fast. And definitely, if your brain is continuously thinking, you'll be like, sometime it requires a break. Another thing is another question. It's not a thing. Another question is due to this AI layer coming in between, are we really AI has lots of context and lots of uh, processes, systems, and it has information, knowledge. It has more and more knowledge. But the experiences and the evolution of that particular process or the system that went with the person, with a person, that is kind of getting lost because there might be possibility. Organizations think, hey, now I have AI. I can do anything. I do not require this person. That is the another thing to question or understand. Is it happening in the world or is it uh, really going all around? I don't know actually because I am not a person who work in multiple organization and trying to understand what is happening. But the question is, are we losing real time experiences when we are taking AI, or are we going with the hallucination of AI just because we think that it has lots of knowledge and lots of processes are embedded into that? So I think that's it for today. Lots of bubbly things came out. We'll come back soon. Till then, stay connected and keep smiling.